Okay.
So
I will explain how this goes. Okay. So this is the courtroom. It'll be Vault and his team against Ozone because they're the lawyers, and you know.
Yes.
Basically, how it's gonna go. We'll do opening statements. Then the prosecution will get to lay out their case, their evidence, call witnesses, and then the defense will. And then we'll have our closing statements, and then the jury, and then you guys will take the book, and you will write down which side you agree with, so either the defense or the prosecution, and you will write down why. And you have to use evidence like an actual court case. You can't just be like, I think Inky's a cool guy, so I agree with him. Like, Inky is a cool guy. Inky is a cool guy. I'm not disagreeing with that, but that can't be...
I agree with that. Inky is a cool guy.
But you can't use that as your evidence. You have to actually lay out why.
You sure?
Oh, so that's not a evidence.
Ozone.
Alright, so... The case
Why is Ozone exempt from the law of no armor, no weapons?
Ozone, take off your armor and weapons.
Yeah, Ozone.
Thank you. This is a hollowed house of justice. There will be no violence here.
The lights are purple to show that I'm on trial. And
they are?
Ooh.
Well, they are on my screen. Actually, I might see if I can make it a bit more purple real quick. Give me one quick second. Okay, that's a bit better. Alright. Let the trial of Lumiknights versus Psychic begin. Vault, you are the prosecution, so you have the floor.
Water. Right. Let me just
take a bath.
Gotta clean up before going to trial.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are here today for a tragedy. A tragedy that could have easily been stopped had this individual not abused the power they have as server owner in order to harass a young server member.
Damn.
He's older than me. What are you talking about?
And then
objection! Objection! The lawyer's a dumb idiot.
Objection! Stop interrupting his opening statement.
Okay.
Oh no.
And through this harassment and the use of an illegal weapon that breaks, nay, not the laws of man, but the very laws of nature themselves, killed his partner's cat. And through the stress thereof, caused them to perform worse in the following event.
What? You made that up.
As such, the prosecution is asking that you find this man guilty on charges of animal cruelty, attempted murder, the possession of an illegal weapon, and harassment, and in turn, no longer allow him to use his creative mode or any form of command unless it's server event related. Pay restitution for the poor cat. Be banned from the mangrove swamp biome except by invitation. And finally, have half of his team's points taken and granted to the Lumiknights as compensation for the emotional distress causing them to perform worse in the event.
On my team, what are you? You're such an idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you for your time. I will now turn it over to the defense to make their opening statement.
Alright, since Ozone is a mute... Wait, Ozone, didn't you have something for me to say in your stead? Or you just... Oh, book? Okay.
Stick to the script, please.
Okay.
When do we ever have a script?
Opening statement, here we go. Your Honor, members of the jury, my name is Mr. Ozone, and I will be representing Master P Psychic as their lawyer this afternoon. My client Psychic was wrongfully accused of third-degree murder by Sir...
By what?
Stop laughing and just read.
By Sir Inky's pussy!
What?
Objection, I would like to have the defendant found in contempt of court if he does not stop laughing.
Listen,
I think we might need another.
That's not fair, I laugh at everything. Okay, I'll try to be better. I decided to take this case because I'm aware of my client's history in the courtroom. They were able to stop Inky's Incorporation from tearing down the Mine Zone Underman farm, a tool that was a key proximate in society.
Objection, relevance.
It's our opening statement. Shut up.
Yeah, he's right. It is their opening statement.
I need to regain my composure. My evidence
can't
is
even-
to protect Psychic's image and bank account and will not show only the truth behind what happened a week ago on the 8th of April 2003, but also the tapes of character that we
2003.
are 2023, but also the types of characters that we are dealing with in this very trial. I see 3 elements of the case I need clarification. Number 1, the weather during the unfortunate passing of the cat. Number 2, the level of security and love that Inky provided to his cat. And number 3, why the heck is the client speaking for their lawyer? Well, I can answer that one now. I unfortunately lost my voice in a severe plane crash that killed thousands. My client will be speaking my note.
Sorry, I didn't catch any of that.
Yeah, I have no
Okay.
idea what you said.
Why the heck is the client speaking for the lawyer? Well, I can answer that one now. I unfortunately lost my voice in a severe plane crash that killed thousands. My client will be speaking from my notes while I use some musical instruments to express myself. With that being said, I'd like to request a deep cross-examination with Mr. J. Pig himself. I'm hoping that he will be able to give us some insight on his intentions and actions during the unfortunate night last week. After you have heard the evidence at the end of the trial, we will ask you to return a verdict in favor of Psychic. They plead not guilty, and we have a lot of evidence on our side as to what the truth of this murder mystery is.
I mean, it's no mystery.
And that's Ozone's opening statement. And I would like to leave the jury with this. Isn't it kind of a point of contention that my teammate's working for Inky? Just think about that while the trial progresses.
We're also allies, Psychic.
True, we are allies.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's like, oh, big conspiracy, they're working together, crazy.
I mean, Inky, do you really trust him?
I suppose that remains to be seen with how he does in the court.
Alright.
Now
You
that
may
are we
now
calling
present
witnesses to the
your-
stand or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's his turn. He can...
Oh, true.
Alright, so I would like to begin today by calling Mr. JPig to the stand, if you will please accompany me down to the floor.
Yep, as soon as I figure out how to work this thing. There we go.
Alright.
Hello.
So, please state your full name for the court.
Hi. I'm JPig Gaming. Some of you may also know me as JPig Animations.
I'm Mr. Gaming.
Alright, so Mr. Gaming, let us start today with just your account of what happened that day at the time of the incident.
Alright, so it was just, I was getting ready for the event of that day.
Would you state for the
And-
court what the event of the day was?
The event, the event was going off to kill the dragon of Minecraft. Some of you may know this dragon. Well, it's dead now, so you may no longer get to know it. But, so I was in my house waiting for all the players to get ready, and I started to notice some strange happenings. Little things like, glass breaking, explosions going off, snowmen appearing outside my door, little things like that. And then it was finally revealed to me that I was actually being harassed by an individual with godlike powers. Some may say they remind you of Oh, here we go.
What's the objection?
Thank you.
Objection, Your Honor. He's lying.
I would like to present evidence to the contrary. I was actually getting to that part.
Actually,
Okay.
no, wait. I have an objection first. He's lying. He said that
About
he
what?
didn't know it was me. Well, he knew from the beginning, and he admitted as such in the call that he knew it was me. Because, I mean, who else would it have been?
Do you have evidence?
I mean, it's probably on recording.
Speculation about
Your Honor, I would like to
Only-
That long silence answers everything.
Your
was
Honor,
only-
I would like to present evidence before you sustain the
Actually, yeah, I
speculation.
do have evidence. I have it on my computer.
Good. Can you put it into our chat?
Yeah, I can, but, like, I have to, like, clip the actual thing, and I'm recording. Do you want me to do that while I'm recording?
Oh, so he can't present evidence.
Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll just have to, like, like stand on this image or just use someone else's footage for this. I'll pull it up right now.
Why don't you just use my video? It's all there.
Okay, I'll pull up your video then.
Thank you. Should I finish my story, or should I wait for this buffoon to be done?
Just continue the witness's statement. But first, we would like to present evidence as to the godlike powers. If you go to... What was the timestamp again? If you go to 12:19 in the video posted in VC Text channel, you will see the defendant pop into existence at a location that there is not a specified teleport point.
How do you know it wasn't invisibility?
There are no potion particles.
You can have potion particles with that. Well, I mean, I guess by commands.
My particles were all turned on. There is video evidence that shows my screenshot. All my particles were turned on.
If you guys would like to let us know when you finish viewing minute 12:19 in the video.
Let me pull it up, because I can't. My computer's being stupid right now.
Should I just finish my story?
Yeah, continue your story of what happened.
Anyways,
while they look.
It was finally. I'll say it like this then. The person harassing me finally showed their face to be psychic, who we did suspect to be the perpetrator. And then, after he had revealed himself, decided it was a good idea to summon lightning into my room, setting my table on fire. I put out the fire, and I noticed that there was more fire on the ground. So I went to punch at it, because in Minecraft that's how you put out fire. And it turns out it was actually a cat, burning alive. And the cat died.
Now, some may say
Can't be.
that it was in fact poor weather that day. However, my client says that he has evidence to the contrary, that a lightning strike should not have naturally occurred.
In my house, there is a glass roof. Lightning would not have been able to travel through that glass otherwise unless unnaturally spawning. And it was not the first lightning to have struck me that day. In fact, Sega actually can also testify to this fact too, but it is in the video that earlier that day, when the weather was still clear, we were also hit by lightning. 2 lightning strikes when it shouldn't have happened both times. Sounds like an awfully big coincidence to me.
If you would like evidence as to the glass roof, that you can see the moment of the strike at 13:09 in the video, at which moment you can see both the roof and the lightning strike colliding with the ground. Now,
does he just not speak anymore?
Oh, do you want me to speak? I think you're dumb and wrong.
Do not speak. You have not been called to the stand yet. Now, Mr. JPEG.
Yes.
Mr. Gaming. How did you feel after the incident?
When the cat died?
When the cat died.
I felt terrible.
Now, how did you feel during the duration of that day? During the objection, I would like for soundboard effects, other than objection to count as interrupting the people on the stand and thus not allowed in the courtroom.
And puts more work on the editors.
Objection, we have a biased judge.
So wait, I'm the judge? I thought you said I wasn't.
No, Paris is the judge.
Why is Paris? It's my courtroom.
Paris volunteered first, and you're on trial.
You're on trial.
You're on trial.
You're on trial.
It's not fair for you to sustain and...
It's not fair for my teammates to be my lawyer, to be against my prosecution. That's a point of contention.
I simply go to the... I am a completely...
Hey, Mr. Lawyer, why don't you just finish up your little testimony so we can move this whole thing along?
Alright. How did you feel during the Ender Dragon fight?
Horrible.
Would you say that these feelings impacted your performance?
Yes.
Objection, he did second best.
And he could have done first best if it wasn't for the fact that you had subjected him to torture beforehand.
You have no way of proving that.
Interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You may sit down. I'm calling my second witness.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Now, this is a little unorthodox. However, I'm calling myself to the stand.
Can you do that?
I looked it up last night. It's legal.
Let him cook.
Looked it up last night.
We will allow it.
Let him cook.
We will allow it.
Now,
Let him cook.
as you all know, I am the secondary moderator on the server, meaning I have up, correct?
Well, I have removed it a couple times.
You have removed it a couple times, that is
And I
correct,
believe you
which
did not
is-
have it at the time of the incident.
I did actually.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Because at the time of the incident, I saw in chat Psychic summoned lightning.
Do you have proof of that?
Unfortunately, I was brought to this case after it had been moved out of the chat.
Oh,
However,
what a
I would
shame! Oh, he can't prove
Wait.
it!
I would like to order
You
the
haven't
court.
proved anything yet so far, so shut
I would
up.
like to order the court to subpoena the mod logs
Ooh.
from
Ooh,
that day
I'm so
to
scared.
demonstrate that Psychic did in fact summon lightning.
Okay,
summon
so
lightning
that
here?
requires the logs, right?
It does.
You know, the
but
logs are really funny. Inky, you on the server, you know why the logs are funny, right?
Do I?
You should. See, the thing about the logs is, they're auto-deleted after 1 day. That's right! They don't exist anymore. Now, don't you think it's
He
strange?
tampered with the evidence. He deleted them.
It's I didn't program how the logs worked. They delete automatically. The only logs I have are from today.
But
From-
can
from
you
midnight
prove
to
that?
Sure, I can. If you, well, I mean, I can just, do you want me to share the screen of, well, actually, that might leak my name. I don't think I can show. Okay, here,
that
I'll
might leak some
Show
stuff.
it.
Oh.
Can you get a screenshot?
I'll screenshot what I
Screenshot
see
the
at the
highest
logs.
you can scroll on the logs.
Yes,
And if
sir.
you screenshot, how do we know that you're not cutting information out?
I can screenshot everything and then just bleep out my name if it's there. Does that work?
works.
I don't know
Were
if
you
you're
aware
bleeping
of-
out information.
Were you aware of the logs being deleted before?
I was not.
Hmm.
And the logs are only at console.
I have a question. If you did not know that they would be deleted before, then what prompted you to figure that out?
When today Vault asked me for the logs, when he was like, I'm gonna subpoena the logs. So, in voice chat, I will send not only the screenshot, but all the logs that I can actually download. So if you want to see the entire logs of today, it starts at midnight, and then that's as far as I can scroll up. As you can see on the console screen, there's a start button to start the server, stop to stop it, restart to restart it, kill to just kill the server, open latest.log, which you have, and then an auto scroll and a clear. The thing is,
Oh.
it auto clears every day as to not like jam up the memory. So there is no evidence, and the thing is, it was the prosecution's whole, like, it's their responsibility to get all the evidence as soon as possible. Time Vault, as a lawyer, did not get the logs when he was supposed to. He did not subpoena the evidence in time. Therefore, the loss of evidence is whose fault? That's right, Vault's.
Objection. Vault
dude.
is not on trial here.
Do not worry, because I at least have a character witness to show that you have used admin to abuse people in the past. I would like to call Super Sega to the stand. Please state your name for the court.
Hello, I am Sega. I am Super Sega, and I am apparently a witness.
Now, Mr. Sega, please tell the court what happened on. Let me double check my dates here. Tell me what happened on the day of April 10th, when you were supposedly led on a scavenger hunt by Mr. Psychic to find what was
Hold on, wait,
supposed to
actually,
be-
just wait, everyone stop for one quick second. Corin, I see you joined the courtroom. If you want to log in and then take your seat, you can. Just,
Okay. Jen won't be able
Where's
to
that
join,
music
she's
coming from?
sleeping.
okay, that's fine.
What music?
That's coming from Sega. There's noise coming
Oh.
from Sega.
I was saying, Mr. Sega, would you like to tell the court what happened on April 10th, when you were supposedly being led on a scavenger hunt for the head of known previous server menace, Static?
It was terrible, very terrible. Even earlier, before that scavenger hunt, I was having a horrible day. Headache, sickness, all that horrible stuff, and I was not feeling up for it. And then Psychic messaged me in my DMs saying if I want the static head. And I believe it was around 5-ish, 5 ESC, somewhere around that. I don't remember the time. And I'm a little too lazy to look back in the time of the DMs. But they messaged me saying if I wanted to get the static head. And so I was like, sure, why not? So I waited until the right time and I went with them. And I had to go to do the scavenger hunt. It was a little fun, a little terrifying at the start with the hardest part, which was dealing with the warden. After that, I went on a little more scavenger hunt, over 2,000 blocks. And then, right when I got there, I was a little tired, but I was keeping through it. Shut up, psychic.
Objection.
My client or the defendant is plugging their YouTube.
I'm traumatized here. I don't need you. Mostly from lag.
I can attest that Sega does have a lot of.
Mr. Sega, please continue your testimony, please.
So, I got to the location where it was needed. I saw Static there, and I saw that they killed themselves to get the head. Can someone mute him?
No.
They're being rude. They're making fun of my trauma.
Like, you will be held in contempt.
It's my court, whatever.
It's just because you own the building doesn't make you immune.
Sega, please continue.
And right when I got there, then everyone came to me just because I was a little goofy one day.
Who is
Now,
everyone?
Now, please. No, objection. It's not your turn to speak.
I remember Inky.
Objection, they're hiding
I remembered.
evidence. Oh, never mind.
Alright, Mr. Sega, please tell me, where did these individuals that attacked you come from?
Out of nowhere.
Did you see
They weren't there
motion
before,
particles
and-
indicating invisibility?
No particles, nothing. They just came out of nowhere.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the
And
jury,
I also want to say, Psychic lied to me because when everyone who was on their side, they said, "Oh no, they're just doing their own little thing." Like I think I remember Psychic saying that Inky was and Jay
Objection,
were
they
on
are
a-
cherry picking the story, and it's not fair.
Excuse me, we are not getting to the point that I'm trying to make, actually. The
No.
point I'm trying to
Tell them
make
the whole
is-
thing. Tell them about how you planned the thing and how you asked to be teleported there and stuff.
I did not ask to be teleported.
Yeah, you
asked
did.
To teleport me.
Are you guys gonna make out?
I didn't even want to mess with Sega. I didn't even want to.
Let
but
me
guess-
get to my point, please.
Oh, okay,
Psychic,
yeah,
please
yeah.
sit down, or you will be found in contempt of court by the
and
judge
removed
on it.
from the courtroom.
Now, as Sega said, there were no particles, and the individuals who I will admit,
They're flying right now.
Hold on,
I will-
I'm
Making
getting.
fun of their powers.
Oh my gosh, I am literally just getting cordial to the courtroom. Calm down.
I will be fully open and admit that
They can do trigger spawn.
the people who did come to the so-called reckoning were myself and both my clients. I will be completely honest and open about that. However, Psychic was the one who teleported us. We just thought that Sega would die via TNT. We did not expect teleportation and
Yeah,
active
I
hand
didn't
in
know I
murder
was going to be
part of the
directly
plan.
involved in that.
Apologies for the
And I
late
still
end.
got more to say.
You may continue, Sega.
It just got worse. Right when I saw everyone, I knew what was going to happen. I gave up, took all my armor off, let it happen. And I still remember that day, that moment. The emotions I felt. I was done for the day. I couldn't go on.
Permission to hug the witness.
Thank you for
I'd like
sharing
that permission as well.
Story, Sega. Please sit down. As you have as you have seen,
Sega,
Again,
Sega.
through his
come here.
own decisions, again, all of us
Hugs.
involved were not expected to be
Hugs.
teleported.
It's okay.
You
Did
I got you, buddy.
objection.
Psychic
Fault and his
did-
clients were actively involved in the trauma of Sega. In fact, it was Inky himself who killed Sega. I don't see why they're blaming me.
The trauma is not what the point of this story is. The
Then
point
why'd you make it about trauma? Objection, relevance.
The point that I'm trying to make, if you will shut up for 5 seconds before I ask the judge to find you in contempt, is the fact that, unbeknownst to
fine.
all parties
I'm fine.
involved, you used teleportation in order to bring all of Sega's enemies there without even them knowing. You abused your powers. in order to make
I
your
have
point.
the video. You guys wanted to see it.
Even so, we expected to see it. We didn't expect to be thrown into.
We expected to see it. You just admitted it. You just admitted in front of the court that you expected to see the event unfold.
Expected to see it through video. I did not expect to see it through teleportation.
You can't change the story. That's not fair.
Even so, it demonstrates your willingness to use your powers in order just to show revenge on an individual and to harass someone. Now,
That's actually pretty stupid. That's not even
Carrots.
evidence.
I would like to call Psychic himself to the stand.
Sure, please. Oh, hold on.
Now, please,
Or I think we
stay
gotta watch
to
this.
the line
I
of
gotta get
questioning.
back to my chair, bud.
Okay.
Okay.
Stay to the line of questioning, or else, once again,
Feel better,
Madam
Psycho.
Judge, I will ask you to find the defendant in contempt.
I thought I was the judge. That's what Jay said. I was the judge.
You're not the judge.
That's what Jay said.
No one said you're the judge.
Thank you,
Kill this
Ozone. Wait, should I have my
Saying you're the
lawyer?
judge this whole time. I didn't.
Shouldn't I have my
Your-
lawyer up here
Your
for
Honor, I would
questioning?
like to find the
My
entire
lawyer was
defense team.
your
in
lawyer
defense.
was comforting me.
Just get on with the questioning. We don't
Psychic,
have time. for
Please,
this.
tell us in your own words what happened that day.
Okay, so here's the actual story of what happened today, not what these liars would have you believe. Sega, can you please mute? There's a lot of background noise.
Okay.
Hearsay.
Thank you.
Heresy.
Heresy. So, here's what actually happened. Yes, I was messing with JPEG. I will fully admit that. And he was having a good time. He made a video out of it. It was so funny. And he knew from the start that it was me because I was the only one online who could be doing it. Now, unfortunately, I did mess up. You see, I changed it. I kept switching the weather from thunder to clear. And then I also kept removing the glass blocks from his ceiling. And you know what this did? You know, our server's kind of broken. We were all there on day one. We remember. The server glitched and lightning struck. It struck the table and Inky's cat was caught in the crossfire. Now, I was trying to help. I got a healing potion and I was about to throw it on, and it would have worked if J-Pig hadn't slapped this cat and killed it. He said himself that the cat was alive after he hit it. That means there would have been enough time for me to heal that cat before it died by fire. Now, I'm sorry that the server can be glitchy sometimes, but that's not my fault. So you cannot find me guilty of a crime I didn't commit. See, the thing is, the prosecution have no evidence that I even summoned lightning. It's their word versus mine. And you know what that is? That is insufficient evidence. And you guys need evidence.
Too bad we're doing this by jury, which means popular vote, baby.
However, Mr. Psychic, you did admit that you created an artificial lightning storm, which, from your own admission, that lightning struck spawned from. The defendant has admitted to defying the laws of nature, changing the weather at his whim, simply
Well-
to mess with an individual, resulting in the death of this innocent animal.
He
I
did do
didn't
a slash clear weather later on.
See,
in
the
video,
thing
actually.
is though, as you will all know, lightning is random, and I can't control that.
But it doesn't
But you
go through
can't-
roofs.
It does not go
Server
through roofs. Do you have
glitch.
any evidence?
Server glitch.
Do you have any evidence to this kind of glitch?
Yes, I do. You guys remember on day one when stuff that was supposed to be there wasn't? As even Vault can testify to, sometimes the server glitches and stuff like, oh, I don't know, items and chests disappear when they're supposed to be in there. They just stop existing even though they were supposed to.
Can
There
you
is a
testify as
precedent.
to why there was no rain in the building, yet there was lightning?
Server glitch.
Doesn't this still make you responsible for hosting a glitchy server?
Nope.
Yeah,
Well,
you,
it's creating
you
the
also
lightning storm.
accused them of
Nope.
cherry picking. You're kind of cherry picking right now, so like a
Mr. Admin.
No, I'm not.
little bit.
I'm not. Thing is, I didn't do it. I can't control where lightning strikes, and that's what they're accusing me of. Therefore,
But
I'm
you
innocent.
According to Vault,
You
you
did
summoned
control
the
where the
lightning.
lightning struck.
You can.
And
control
according
your
to
lightning.
me,
I
I
have
did it.
no
What
further
makes
questions,
what
Madam
makes
Judge.
what makes his voice his word
You may
more than
return
mine?
to your seat.
I didn't actually mean to punch you. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, the defendant assaulted me.
Oh my gosh! It was like
He
half
did
a heart.
punch him, and we all know
I
that.
think we should add assault
It was-
to the.
He walked in front of my fist. I
was.
was like punching to make a point because we're playing Minecraft, you nerds.
We
I
are.
made
I
my
thought this
case
was like
that
You
real.
still
Where's
assaulted
the
him.
proof? Where's the proof we're playing Minecraft?
That's exactly. I thought that. I'm pretty sure that this is real life.
Yeah. It's just a block you version of real life in a computer.
Yeah, what is